Hey there, Palenko fans and coaster and theme park enthusiasts. My name is Shadow Phoenix and welcome back to another Planet Coaster video here on my channel. It is, well, actually, as the time I'm recording this, is now actually technically Wednesday, but this was supposed to be a Tuesday edition. I couldn't get it done. The rendering took forever, literally like 3 hours to cut this down, so I'm running late with this, but it is a episode of my Tuesday quick builds, and in today's episode I'm actually going to kind of take advantage of the new DLC we just got. So as you know, the Vintage DLC is now available for Planet Coaster, and I thought what better way to celebrate its release than to do our Tuesday quick build using the actual Vintage DLC. So the night before, on Monday night, since I knew it was coming out on Tuesday, I kind of had this plan. So I started searching for things that I could make that would take pretty good advantage of what would be in the park, or in the DLC pack, at least what I thought was going to be in the DLC pack. So I started looking around at like Luna Park and Dreamland, and of course there's a Luna in Melbourne, and of course the new Coney Island. And then I started looking at boardwalks and like lots of stuff in there. I was trying to find something Victorian or something like that that I could use to build this. And I actually hit upon what I was going to use, and of all places, Disney. So yeah, I started looking at, I was looking at boardwalk stuff, and I came across a picture of, it was Ariels Grotto at the time, which is in Disney California Adventure. It has now been rechanged since it's no longer Paradise Pier. It is now the Pixar Pier, I think is what they're calling it. So they've changed Ariel's Grotto into, I think they call it Lamplight Lounge, which is an interesting name for it. But, because I guess Pixar's thing is the lamp, so Lamplight Lounge. I actually am kind of doing this as, it's loosely based on Ariel's Grotto and Lamplight Lounge, and I'm taking things from both, technically, because obviously I couldn't figure out, I figured, maybe I could do the entrance to it, with the Ariel and, the Little Mermaid and stuff kind of at the front gate, and do the shell and stuff. I thought maybe I could do that. But it's a quick build. So the idea behind this is to build it as fast as possible and only do it in a couple of hours. So this whole build took about 3 hours. It doesn't look it because I cut out a lot of footage. One of the things I tried to do, which you will see here in a little bit, was one of the tower, or the main tower in the back that's made of glass and stuff. I kept trying to do a custom roof for it, and I wasn't getting what I wanted, and then I realized, I'm just taking too long, and I'm actually like killing the time here that I actually need to do. Plus, it's all about making these things quick. So I just basically decided to change that up and do it a different way. So when you get to the part where I'm actually working on that, and when you actually download this from the workshop, the reason it's not an exact copy is for that reason, because I was just like, yeah, I mean, I can do better, but it would take longer, and I didn't want to waste the time. I was already going to be running late with this video anyway, because by the time I finished with my video look today, my live stream looking at all the DLC and stuff, it was already like 3 or 4 o'clock. So yeah, about 3 hours of building, about 3 hours of rendering time. So it's like 1 a.m. in the morning right here. And yeah, that's why this video is late. I did actually do a custom roof on top of it though, so a lot of this video is that right there. And then, of course, as you can see here, I tried to use some of the new DLC stuff to make, like, I wanted to really take advantage of the new roof pieces and stuff we had. Unfortunately, a lot of them didn't really fit what I was kind of going for, and it didn't really look exact. So I decided to use some of them, basically. So I still used this piece here, which you see at the top there. And then, of course, I also wanted to, make the rest of the building and stuff as well and to fit in. So I realized that it had windows and stuff in it. So I decided to go ahead and take those windows, put them around on this roof, and then make the tower. And then from there, we was going to make the angles for our custom roof here that you can see. And that's pretty much what we're doing. I was really hoping that we would get some of this crosshatch stuff that is kind of on it. It's very Victorian and stuff, and this would have been a great pack to have it in. We didn't get that, sadly, though. So instead I used what I always use, which is the frosting to go around the edge of the sides here. And then of course I also use some of the new pieces there that we got in the DLC for kind of the curves underneath of the icing, and then the poles and everything else. So yeah, I also hear the Ariels Grotto, or Lamplight Lounge as it's known as now, also has a little gazebo kind of thing on the side of it, and I thought the bandstand that we got with the DLC would be perfect right there. Again, not exact, but it kind of works, so I'm kind of digging it. So again, I just want to say that, you know, this isn't an exact copy. It's not an exact replica of either Ariels Grotto or Lamplight Lounge. It's kind of in between, and then kind of use a little bit of my personality. But that's kind of what these quick builds are. It's taking buildings that we already have, you know, in parks or just in reality, and then fitting them into Planko in a theme park way. So I'm really proud of this. Not as proud as I could be if I had more time with it. And at some point I may go back and actually change this up and actually do custom roof for the tower and fix all of that up. One of my favorite pieces, and scenery wise, that we got in this pack is those little arches with the lights on them that I put around the actual bottom part of the boardwalk there, right at the bottom of the building. Those are amazing. I love those so much. I also really want to do more with these custom spires and stuff as well. Those are really cool. I like those a lot, so I want to do more with those. But I do really like those arches with the lights on them. Those are probably my favorite pieces in the entire set. And yeah, so don't really have a whole lot else to say. You know, this thing, like I said, it's just loosely based on both versions of the building in California Adventure, and you guys can take it and do what you want with it. It's open on the middle. You could turn it into a hotel maybe, or a restaurant, or an arcade, or, you know, anything you want to do with it in your park. Use it to your imagination. Change whatever you want. Change the colors to whatever you want. It's up to you how you use it once you download it. Of course, you know, as always with these things, don't re-upload them and say they're yours. That's just bad manners, and I've seen people do this before on the Steam Workshop as well. So that's just bad manners. And, you know, if you're going to use this in your park, at least give credit to me where credit goes. So I try to give credit to everything that I use if I use something off the workshop. So, you know, again, just good manners. Go ahead and do that. Alright, here is where I kind of skipped around. I built the tower, and I wasn't happy with it, and I'm still not happy with it, to be honest. But again, I had to do it quick. So I tried a lot of different roofs. I tried a lot of different things to make the tower, and I thought this kind of works pretty good. You know, I mean, yeah, it could definitely be better for sure, but it is what it is. The other thing I tried to do with this is I actually built some of the actual birdwalk and stuff around on the top as well. You guys feel free to change that however you want. You can even change this underneath of it there too, however you want, and just kind of fit it in. One of the other cool things that we got in the DLC was what I'm placing here right now, which are these really cool like tile sets, like edges that are really neat, like trim pieces basically. There's a lot of them, and they're all really cool. So those fit the picture I was looking at pretty good. So I did have some trouble trying to get the fence to go around in some places, especially around the gazebo area. I think, again, what I may do at some other point in the future is go back and redo the tower and redo a lot of this, and maybe instead of using the bandstand that we got in the DLC, maybe just do something custom there. But yeah, I mean, all in all, I really like how this came out. I think it's very usable for, you know, anybody who's looking for this. If you're looking for an Ariels Grotto for your Disney park, or if you're looking for a nice pure building or something like that, if you're building a boardwalk, and I imagine with the DLC there's going to be a lot of these. So yeah, here you go. This is a great building for you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and head out. There's not a whole lot left to talk about. I'm just kind of, this place right here that I'm building right now on the angled here, this is based off of the Lamplight Lounge part. So and then just kind of adding the rest of the building to it, and that's pretty much it. So I thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks for all the support here lately that I've been getting with all of my videos and everything. I very, very much appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and look for another video from me today. It is Wednesday, so we'll probably be doing some Gold Rush. I don't know if I'll do a second video today other than just Gold Rush, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. Depends on what I can manage. In the meantime, though, I'm going to go ahead and head out. So once again, thanks everybody. If you're not already following me here on my channel, make sure you click that button to follow me and become a subscriber. Also sure that you click the bell to know when I go live. I try to do Tuesday and Thursday live streams here on YouTube. And on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/ShadowPhoenix, spelled the same way. You can watch me on weekends. On Fridays and Saturdays, I do Twitch as well. So we'll probably play some Planet Coaster on there this weekend live. We'll probably be going back to our Kings Park, which the name of that will be announced very, very soon. Now that we have the new DLC, I've got tons to play with, and I want to get back in there and yeah, toy around with that. We may also do some Crystal Gardens, just see maybe if we can add some of these new rides. We got like the Roundup, which is my favorite ride in the entire DLC pack. Maybe we'll try to add that into the park and see where we can fit it, because I mean, I definitely know I'm doing that, but I just don't know where I'm going to put it yet. Alright, so once again, I'm heading out. Wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you later.